Are you going to Sri Lanka soon and you want to buy a SIM card? Well, in this video I will compare the 4 operators in this video, even though I'm only holding 2 starter packs, but I will explain why. Let's get started. Hi, it's Otto from Phone Travel here, and today I am in Colombo, Sri Lanka, enjoying the summer. I think it's just, well, not literal summer all over the year, but it feels like summer compared to the Netherlands in Europe, where it was 6 degrees, and even in Estonia where I was earlier it was literally 0 degrees. But that's enough about these countries. I'm now in Sri Lanka and we're gonna talk about Sri Lankan telecom providers. Sri Lanka has 4 telecom providers. They have Mobitel by Sri Lanka Telecom, Hutch, Airtel Sri Lanka, and Dialog. Well, why am I only holding 2 starter packs? That's because for the other 2, Dialog and Airtel, I didn't get a starter pack. They just hand you a SIM card in some plastic and that's all you get. Like these starter packs, not a big deal, but that explains why I only have 2, while I'm actually gonna talk about all 4 of them. 3 of these operators have a 4G network throughout the country, which are Dialog, which actually has the best network throughout the country, together with Mobitel by Sri Lanka Telecom, and Hutch. Airtel is the only operator that doesn't have a 4G network, not even in Colombo where I am. You cannot find 4G anywhere, which is also the reason why I won't compare Airtel with the other operators, because it's kind of unfair. With the other operators I would use the 4G network, which might be slightly slower than Airtel itself, depending on the conditions here, but still I will be comparing 4G with 3G. The main thing I can say that if you don't care about high speeds and you just want low data packages, Airtel is a good option. Otherwise, if you care about coverage and speed, meaning related to coverage, if you go into remote Sri Lanka, so not staying in the bigger cities or towns, you might not want to get Airtel because their coverage is not as great as the other operators. None of the operators have good coverage up in the mountains, but if you go more in the nature, the jungles, then there are other options like Dialog, Mobitel, and even Hutch. Airtel might not be a good option for you. So that's enough about Airtel. What do you need to know about buying a SIM card in Sri Lanka? Well, laws and regulations require you to hand over your passport when buying a Sri Lankan SIM card. I said hand over as in they take your SIM card from you, they take your passport from you. That's not what I meant. They just need to take a photocopy of your passport and they just need to see that you have your passport with you. So you cannot just give them a copy, they want to make the copy themselves. You buy your SIM card at an official operator store, so you can go to an Airtel store, Dialog store, Hutch store, and Sri Lanka Telecom store, also known as Mobitel stores. There you can get your SIM cards. You can even go to the official main offices, headquarters of these certain operators. For example, for Mobitel and Hutch, I went to their main offices and there you can get your SIM card. Some of these offices, like the one I went from Dialog, looked a bit more run down, but hey, I only need that SIM card. It doesn't matter how the building looks. So keep in mind that if you search on Google Maps one of the operator stores, if it says that it's the main office headquarters, you can go there and you can buy your SIM card there. The prices for these SIM cards fluctuate between 50 Sri Lankan rupees all the way up to 150 Sri Lankan rupees. In euros, it's less than €1, even the 151, and in US dollars, it's also less than $1. So you don't really pay that much for a SIM card. If you are from these areas, if you're used to lower price, then it might be a lot, but I cannot compare all prices of the world. In most places, when you buy a SIM card, you can already top up your phone, and then with that they either activate a package for you or you have to activate it yourself by texting a certain number. In the case of Dialog, I had to send a text message to a number. In the case of Airtel, I bought it at the airport where they did the recharge and sending text messages on my behalf. And that's, yeah, those are your options. And I almost forgot to say, you can also buy your SIM card at the airport, especially Colombo International Airport, which has a different name starting with a B, which I cannot pronounce, but all the operators have booths there. Keep in mind though, if you buy a SIM card at the airport, you pay a premium because they mainly sell you the tourist packages, or they just charge you more because they can. The only SIM card I bought at the airport was Airtel because I knew they are cheap, and I could see with the data packages they was also cheap. I paid 600 Sri Lankan rupees or 3.5 US dollars, which is also advertised in 3.5 US dollars, even though I pay things in euro, and I got 2 gigabytes, which was good enough, especially for testing purposes. I would use other SIM cards as my main ones because combined with all these packages I have, I think, 8 or 9 gigabytes because I'm testing all of these. Do keep in mind that in Sri Lanka they classify your data in different time periods. So you have anytime data, day data, and night data. Any day data you can use it any day, whereas you get a portion of your data that you can only use at night, which could be between from 10 p.m. until 9 a.m. The next morning, depending on the operator. So if a package is advertised for 2 gigabytes, for example, it might be that 1 gigabyte is for daytime data, whereas the other part is nighttime data. Don't worry, all of this information is clearly mentioned in the packages, but also in my comparison post or individual post, but the comparison post as well. So that's enough talking. It's time to do the comparison. What speeds do we get with these operators? Well, I'm gonna do the speed test. I'm just clicking my phone so the screens don't turn off. And let's just see what speeds we get. And Dialog is rocking it with a download of 60. Yes, that's what we want. Otherwise we have Mobitel with a download of 26. Let's just say 30. No, that's just 26. On the left, Hutch is actually getting 3G speeds, even though we're using the LTE network. Also download of 7, which is kind of disappointing. I was expecting much worse, but after the speed test I've done with Hutch, well, not surprised, just disappointed. As you can see, with Dialog we get a download of 60, Mobitel 26, and Hutch 7. So Dialog is the clear winner in this test. So there we have it, Dialog being the clear winner in this test, and also in the other speed tests I've done before, Dialog was also the winner most of the time. Of course, speeds are influenced by many factors, but on average Dialog has the best speeds, and Mobitel did well as well. Very disappointed with Hutch. Well, I say very disappointed, but I'm actually very disappointed. Of course, all these operators boast that they have the fastest speeds, but Hutch is not even getting close to 4G speeds. Even Airtel had faster speeds in here compared to Hutch. Of course, speeds might be or has been higher in other places, but I was just expecting a bit more. But anyway, that's how I feel. Then comment down below what you think about these findings, and if you enjoyed this video, click the like button and also subscribe to this channel where I do these type of comparisons in many countries around the world, so you don't have to buy 4 different SIM cards and test them out, because I do it for you. While you're at it, check out my blog phonetravelbiz.com, where I do these type of reviews as well in a written form, and I also go much more in depth about these operators. You can find the link to this article in the pinned comment down below, but also local SIM card buying guides of other countries in Asia, Europe, Oceania. I've most likely covered them as well, and if not, they will be coming very shortly. That's it for today. I shall see you the next time. Bye bye.